BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here, Gregory Alford, who is the designer of Food Truck Race, coming out on Kickstarter, right?
On Kickstarter.
Yeah, Kickstarter, yes, coming out in a couple of months. So take a look at that. But Steve's played a game that I adore. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping Steve says the same thing. Steve, tell us about Flip 7.
Well, we're going to have to tag team the rules a little bit here, because the last time this got played, there was at our gaming guild at the college, there were a lot of people who wanted to play, and I kind of just walked them through the game while they figured out what to do. Flip 7.
Steve, it's the greatest card game of all time.
Card game of all time.
Do you know how we know that?
It says it on the box.
It says it on the box.
The very, very humble designer has decided to let you know that this is the greatest card game of all time. But it does have what I think might be the greatest mechanic of all time, which is push your luck. I am a sucker for a good push your luck game.
We love our push our luck, Steve.
And it's got a really nice design here where you've got cards being played, and you have to make your choice about whether you basically decide to stick or hit. You're going to decide whether you stop and collect your points or keep pushing. And the deck of cards is put out in such a way where the number of numbers of that card is equal to the number. So if you've got 12 card, there's 12 copies in the deck.
Wait, what about 11?
Interestingly, BJ, that one has 11 cards.
What about 10s?
I think you're picking up on the theme here.
There you go.
So if you want to get big points, you are going to have to risk continuing to draw, because if you draw a second of the same card, that's your bust condition.
That's right.
And so it really does reward you for continuing to push, but it at the same time, it makes it so you're going to have to push to be able to get those big points. There's also some extra cards that are plus cards and a multiplier card, and some things where you can force someone else to freeze. Or force someone else to draw 3 cards in a row. That
Clip 3.
BJ, it's almost like you played this game before.
I love this game. I absolutely.
It is such a good little game.
I played it with Verla.
We saw this
so many times
at PAX U in Philly.
Oh, that's where you saw it?
Yeah. I saw it for the first time there. There was a group of people who were playing it. They were having a really good time. And I was waiting to get online to get it next. And they looked like they were having such a good time. I heard somebody on the other side of the booth say, "We've got one left." I went over and bought it before coming back to the table. We bought the last copy of this at PAX and sold it out.
Hey, look, after BGG Con, it's sold out everywhere. Now it's back in stock from what I can see. I've given away a couple of them already on game nights. People will go, "Oh, wow." This was a couple of months ago. And people will go, "Oh, wow, I really want to play this." I'm like, "You can have it." And then I got to try to find out. I had to track down a copy from Denmark to replace the last one I gave up. But now it's available. The OP is printing it out. Wayne from the Beans and Dice will tell you that Carlos is also a big honk for this one.
Wayne's there.
Carlos from the Beans and Dice.
Yeah.
And you know, he's bought like 10 copies. I'm on my 3rd copy already. I've given away 2 copies of Flip 7. Yeah. It is fantastic. So Gregory, think blackjack, but instead of 21 going over 21, it's pairs. Pairs bust you.
I like it.
Yep.
And you need points. So you want the 10s, 11, and 12.
You want the big points, but it increases your bust rate.
They bust. They bust you. Now there is one little thing. It
kind of reminds me of Scout a little bit, right? It a little bit of that push your luck.
Yes.
It's not quite trick taking. It's not quite set making, but it's kind of that adjacent space.
And there's no real hand. Essentially, you are getting dealt cards in front of you.
Flip it over.
But it does have that vibe that you want to convert points. And you might be tempted to play safe. Somebody else might be tempted to keep going. That's what I love about push your luck. When someone gets out in front, everybody else has to push their luck.
I played it with Patrick at BGG Con. I don't remember if Patrick was in this particular game, but there was one particular game where there was somebody that was about to win, and one of the players, there's a unique mechanic, Gregory, where you not only get the points on the cards, the 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, whatever it is, you can also get the plus points, like a +2, +4.
Yeah.
You could even get a doubler card, which is awesome, ×2. But even more than that, if you can draw 7 numbered cards, not the special cards, 7 numbered cards, you get a bonus 15 points, and you're safe for the round. You can't bust. So I saw somebody
Okay.
score over 100 points because they had the doubler. They had the 10 points. They had a
Yep.
bunch of the big points, and they pulled to the 7th card and scored 120 points to get over the 200 as the winning score.
Which is
So
what
get
you
like
need,
250.
because if you are going to have that massive come from behind win, you have to have
Yep.
that feeling like you pulled it out by the skin of your teeth.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yep.
you get that with things like can't stop. If you just
Yep.
keep rolling sevens and keep rolling sevens and keep rolling sevens, you
Yep.
can all of a sudden find yourself making a run like that. It's got to have that special little something that every once in a while just gives you a wild run that you'll remember for a while.
I love the speed of this game, though.
I love
You know,
It's super quick in and quick out.
it's like I look at Gregory and I go, in, out, hit, stay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take one.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, take one. You know,
Mhm.
like just even when you get busted or somebody freezes you, or you play it safe and say, I've got 30 points, I'm just going to sit.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
only out for a minute because it doesn't take long to bust somebody, right?
Right.
Oh, perfect.
And you're not even really out because you can spend the other time like you would be at Can't Stop saying, they're not going to be a chicken. You're going to take another one, aren't you? You basically are still in the game because you're talking trash to other players,
Okay.
getting them to keep going.
Yeah.
So games like Food Truck Race or Concordia or Scholars of the South Tigers that we've been playing crazy. Those are games I'll
Yeah.
never think of, right? Gregory, it's just you came up with this great idea. There's a lot of mechanics that you got to flesh out all this stuff.
Mhm.
I'm genuinely mad that I did not invent Flip 7. Like, Steve, all the elements are right there. How did no one think of this game before?
Agreed.
Oh,
You're right with the timing of it too, BJ. With Gaming Guild on Wednesdays, we've got about 2 hours worth of time between classes.
Yep.
And I taught it to them, and they played it 4 or 5 times.
Yep.
And
Steve
just
runs
shuffled up, dealt it again.
Steve runs a gaming guild at the college that he teaches. So
yeah.
Oh, super cool.
idea.
Yep.
Super cool. It kind of reminds me, a different game, right? But it reminds me of that stroke of brilliance that is the crew, right? You've all of the familiar elements, and they just had right time, right, brain spark, and all of a sudden you've got this absolutely addicting framework that, my mom can't put it down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful to play a trick-taking game in that framework.
Right.
Oh,
really
there are some games like that where you think, how has this not existed forever?
Yeah,
I remember thinking that with when I first saw Just One. How has this game not existed forever?
Right.
It's such a simple little idea for a party game. I feel the same way with this one.
I think we're still going to be playing Flip 7 for years. It's going to be one of those games like Can't Stop, like Scout has become, like games like that where we're just going to keep playing. It's going to keep coming out. Yep. That's Flip 7,
I'm going to call the board game shop down the street. It's Your Move here in Temescal, and I'm going to see if Chris has a copy, and I'll go grab it tomorrow.
You should do that pretty quickly because I did put the link to It's Your Move in there. If they've only got one left, somebody's going to pick you.
Thanks.
I'll lay it on thick with Chris
and
see if I can get it a hold of copy for me.
All right, that's Flip 7 from the OP. It's now available out there, so go get a copy and let us know, Gregory. Hit us up. Let us know on Instagram.
I will absolutely do that.